This thing is a beast. I just got back from purchasing the tires. What's up guys, welcome back to another week's episode. I do apologize for not uploading last week. Something actually came up and I couldn't film last week, hence why I didn't post last week. But today we got some tires, so I can fit the wheels in this week's episode. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it on or if I'm just going to do a test fit to see how it looks. But yeah, I didn't actually show you guys the wheels, so let me show you what we're working with. So this has actually been stored here for quite some time now. Stored under Wade's mom's blanket, Auntie Adele. I'm sorry about that, but we're gonna fit the wheels so I can return this shortly. Let me show you guys what we're actually working with and what I decided to go with. So this over here is an Audi RS wheel. It actually comes off an Audi TT. As you can see, it's the original Audi wheel. Comes off an RS, it's a 9J. I actually got these wheels a few months back. Me and Wade went out to the guy to get it. I bought it off a guy from Facebook Marketplace. He had it on a Audi TT. It also has a RS, I think it was the 3. I was in the market for a 19 and I wasn't too sure if I wanted to go aftermarket or OEM. My initial thought was going for an OZ. I really like that wheel. It is a bit common. But that was the only wheel I was considering if I were to go aftermarket. But you know, I love OEM, hence going for this. This came up and I saw it for a reasonable price, so I went for it. And yeah, I actually really like it and I'm interested to see how it looks on the car. I just got back from purchasing the tires. I actually went with the Bridgestone Potenza. I've got a set of 235 35s. It is a 19-inch, and that is the reason why it took a while for me to get the tires. The tires are quite pricey. I was contemplating between this and the Vitor, but I ended up going with this. The Vitor is a Chinese brand and it is slightly cheaper than this, but I ended up going with this. I probably will get another two in the near future because the rear is quite bad and needs replacing. But I needed to just to get all four on and have like a test fit, and then a couple of months time I'll just get another set for the rear. This I'll be putting on the front, and then obviously the older tire will be going onto the rear. So after inspecting one of the tires that I was going to use on the rear, I saw that there's a bit of a gash over here, you can see. So I don't think I'm going to use that, and my sugar mama over here offered to buy me another one. So I'm gonna get another tire to add to that, and then we're gonna put these two on. So I just need to take the tires away, get it fitted on the rims, get it balanced, all of that, and then we can get it onto the car and see how it looks.
One eternity later.
I just got back from collecting the tires. We got all the tires here, all four. Unfortunately, the place I went to, their warehouse was closed because it was quite late. I think I went just after 1. The warehouse was closed, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to go back on Monday to get the other tire. But the other two they had managed to fit, so I can fit the wheels today. I just have to go back Monday to change the one tire that I want to. I've got the car on the lift and I've got the wheels over here. I'll just take the rear off and then I'll take all four off and just check if they actually all fit without needing spaces and stuff, and then possibly I could drive the car with it for the time being. But I think I do need spaces. I'll just show you the rear. Yes, this is the original rim and I still have to put the other one on, but I feel like it might need, even though the new one is a 9J, I think we're still gonna need a slight spacer. One thing I forgot to mention is that the one tire has a bit of curb rash. so I will actually have to have that repaired or resprayed. Hopefully it's nothing too major, and there's no buckles with that wheel. It's not too hectic or too bad, but it definitely needs to be repaired, so I'm probably gonna have to take that out. I'm not sure where I'll take it to just have the either repaired or resprayed, but most of them are fine. There's nothing really bad on this one. There's a small mark over here. This one, no defects or anything on here. And then this one, I think I saw something on this one. No, it's not this one. This is the one that actually needs the respray or repair. You can see this curb rash on here. This is also not the original color. I think the previous owner did have these resprayed. I think they come with black in the middle of that. So this was resprayed before. So I just need to take it to have this piece resprayed and a little bit of repair to this curb rash. Taking the car up now on the lift. Gonna take all the tires off, and then we can put the 4 on. These are the 4 over here. So this is the new one, this is the other new one, and then these are the 2 old ones that will be going on the rear, and then the one I will go replace on Monday. So I just wanted to give you a comparison between the 2 in size. So over here we have the original one that came off the car, is a 16, it's a 205, where's the number over here, 205, 55, 16, and then look at the difference between the 2. So over here we got a nice meaty boy, this is a 235, 205, and then also this is a 35, so it's a nice low profile as well. So that is the new one, 235 35, obviously a 19-inch, so it's much bigger than the 16s. This is the 205 55, and then also to put it in perspective, this is the 16, which is a 6.5J, and then this is the 19s, which is a 9. Good focus over there. It's a 9J. Look at the difference in the width. Nice.
Nice.
I got the first wheel on and we immediately ran into an issue. So if you check over here, it's rubbing against the top over there of the shock, so I'm definitely going to need spaces to get it to fit. It's rubbing ever so slightly on the top over there. I don't know if you can pick it up, but yeah, look how close it is to the shock. So that is a bit of a bummer, but what I'm going to do is, just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to put everything, take it down, and then just show you guys how it looks. And I'll have to order some spaces for the rear, and then once it's done I can also gauge if I need to get for the front as well. But that's what it's looking like. It's a bit of a bummer that I have to do that or remove it now, but yeah, it is what it is. It happens, and part of modifications and putting things on your car, I guess. I ended up rushing to get the car off the lift because it's load shedding in about 20 minutes or so. So I took the car down and it actually cleared once the rear came down. It was obviously a bit at an angle once it was in the air, and when there was load put on the back, it came out. So it's cleared about, I'd say, a mil or 2 what I was looking for, but I think I still need a spacer to get it out slightly more just to be safe, but I think it is clear. I'll have to take it for a drive, test drive it, and then see if there's any scraping. I have pushed the car back and forward just here in the garage, and there isn't really much of a noise. It's just a slight noise on the fender liner cover, which is nothing. I can just put a couple of cable ties just to keep that away from the tire, but it clears the dust cover on the shock, which I'm happy. So I'm just gonna torque the wheels, guys. Don't forget to torque your wheels to 120. I'm gonna torque the wheels and then take it for a test drive and see if I pick up any noises or not. Fingers crossed, but I think we got away with it. I do, however, still want to get spaces just to get this flush with the fender. So a couple of mil, 2 or 3 mil. I don't even know what's the smallest spacer you can get, but just to fill that gap over there in the fender. Obviously the car is very high and I need to drop it as soon as possible. It looks like a monster truck, but I'm actually really impressed. My dad was mentioning to me, if you see over here, okay, you can't actually see, maybe over here, this over here is your wear indicator. So this over here is your wear indicator for the tire, and this is quite low, so I definitely have to replace the rear very soon. Once the tire hits the wear indicator, it will start noising and you'll hear similar noise to a wheel bearing. So yeah, I'll have to replace that soon, but I'm actually happy with how the car turned out. It looks very nice, just very high. I'm gonna pull it out now after I torque the wheels and then take it from there. I just came back from a test drive, literally down the road, up and down, and it seems like there is a slight rattle. Nothing hectic or major, anything like metal or anything rubbing. It sounds like plastic or something, so I'm assuming it's either the dust cover or part of the tray, the fender liner. This is the rear, and if you look over here, this is where it's scraping. You can see the difference between this over here and this over here. So it is scraping on this fender liner cover, and that is, it's not like detrimental or where it's gonna get any damage to the wheel or tire, but I don't like the fact that it's touching something. Like I said, it's not a metal to metal sound, but there is a sound there, and this is the culprit. I removed the other side and you can see over here it's the same thing, but it's not as much as on the other side. However, it is touching clearly. And then over here you can see as well, this is on the dust cover of the shock, so there is a bit of touching going on here, and I'm not too happy with that. I found this spacer, this I actually bought for the Mark 1. I was going to try and use it, but I'm not too happy with how it's fitting, so I need to order proper ones. I'll have to figure out where I can get those, but yeah, I'm not too happy with the fitment of these. These are 5 mil, and that might be a little bit too much. I'm gonna see if I can get maybe the 3 mil, but yeah, either 5 or 3 mil should be sufficient. So I think what I'm gonna do is take these wheels off, get the spacers. Once I get the spacers, then obviously everything would be good. Also, then I can put on the wheel or the other tire that we got today, that we ordered, that's coming on Monday. And then maybe it's a sign I wasn't supposed to drive with that one tire with that small gash in, so I'll leave it at that. One thing I also wanted to mention, this has arrived. This is one of the other ones that I ordered. This is the correct one. This one has double-sided tape, and the nice thing about this one, it also is gloss, so it goes really well with the roof and obviously the spoiler that we fit. And I was actually just comparing it to this one over here. We got a nice RS5. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to have a feature of this car, but I was actually comparing it to this one, and it's basically exactly the same. Obviously this is aftermarket and that's original, so there is slightly a few differences, but can't really tell. What do you think about this car? This is a dream. A RS, maybe one day, maybe. I think this is over 300 kilowatts if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, if you'd like to see this featured or go for a drive in this thing, we can make that happen. This thing is a beast. I think that's it for this week's episode. To be continued. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Peace.
When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo.